You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points but bitch you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping then bitch you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Don't be afraid to address that struggle. To the young ladies in the game, it's okay to face the reality that you don't have game. It don't mean that you stupid. It don't mean that you incapable. Doesn't mean that you incompetent. It just means you're ignorant. You don't know right now, but you can know in the future. But in order for you to know in the future, you gotta want more. See, that's a big part of the problem. That's why motherfuckers get so comfortable with their struggles, because they don't want more. And a big part of the reason why they don't want more is because they create this virtual reality on social media, and it makes them comfortable with the struggle because they're not looking at the struggle, and they kind of try to trick themselves into thinking that the struggle ain't there no more. But that motherfucker is there. And then what that does is it makes you not want more. Because see, in order to get past your struggle, in order to translate that struggle, that energy from that struggle into greatness, you got to want more. You got to want more out of life. And if you cool with putting a facade on social media that this is your life and you don't want nothing past that, something is wrong with you. But guess what? You're not the only one. That's the way of the world that we live in right now. It has just become so cool to be caught up in this virtual reality. It's crazy, man. Like, you'll have that don't have shit going on. I'm talking about nothing going on. And it'll be a man that got everything going on. And, you know, these bitches feel like this man that got everything going on got to prove himself to her when she ain't got nothing going on. And it's crazy because they both believe it. The motherfucker with everything going on, he believes that he got to prove himself to this female that ain't got shit going on. This is why you have motherfuckers in the game that preach that the hoe is supposed to interview the pimp. You got motherfuckers in the game that really believe in the theory of a hoe interviewing a pimp. A hoe who ain't got shit going on. A hoe who ain't proved nothing to nobody. A hoe who don't want nothing in life because she's confused. A hoe with no ambition. A hoe that don't even clean up after herself, let alone make a lot of money. Don't know how to cook. Don't know how to drive. Don't have a bank account. Bad credit. Man, the list goes on. But this man with everything going on, he's really convinced that he got to prove himself to this female with nothing going on. The reason why is because both of them motherfuckers ain't in tune internally. You know what I mean? This female, she's convinced herself that these different men who are established, she's convinced herself that they got to prove themselves to her because she done created this virtual reality for herself. That's what's funny about Instagram now, because it has become cool to only have like 5 posts. And just think about it. A female on social media, she only got like 5 or 6 posts on there, right? Man, you can make them 5 or 6 posts look beautiful. Like, for real. You know, and these females, they able to get behind doors that the average mother can't get behind, right? You know, and they don't know what to do with that power. They really can get in and make some great things happen with that power, but the only thing they want to do is flex. The only thing they want to do is get a picture or a video. Hey, I remember one time, man, this one hoe was on my partner's line, right? And the hoe had a partner. So since she was linking up with my partner, you know what I mean, the linked her partner up with me. Mind you, she's staying at Motel 6. Was it? No, what? it was like some little raggedy motel, right? These is living in this motel. They living in this motel, and the little broad that I got linked up with, she had a square job, a telemarketing job or something like that at a call center, and she would catch dates on the side, right? But she wasn't making really no money at this telemarketing job. You know what I mean? So she was kind of like a hamster on one of them wheels, you know what I mean? So to speak. Because, you know, she was just making enough money to live day to day, doing what she was doing, and she didn't really see no way out. Like when you talk to her, she didn't have like a solution to that situation, right? But this comes out the room, got the $500-600 wig on. So that's a red flag right there. It's like, you over here struggling, but you figured out a way to get this motherfucking wig, but you didn't figure out a way to make nothing else happen. So, okay, she got this expensive ass wig on. She get in the car, and immediately she like, your car nice. And she like doing Snapchat videos in my shit, like didn't say hello, didn't tell me her name or ask me my name, didn't do none of that. And she got in the car like, ooh, your car nice. And start I'm talking about, man, immediately pulled the phone out and start putting shit on her story. And I'm just sitting here like, for real? I'm in my head like, nah, this can't be this crazy. But, you know, for the sake of letting my partner work, you know, I talked about this before. You know, like they used to say on Jersey Shore, you know, carrying a grenade, you know, that this was a potential grenade. I didn't know at the time she was a grenade or not, but I wasn't gonna let her be a grenade in my partner situation. So I was, you know, entertaining her for the sake of her keeping, or for the sake of keeping her out of my partner's business with her partner. You know what I mean? Because my partner, the partner that she had, she was really digging my partner, you know what I mean? So I'm keeping her out the way. But in my mind, as soon as this get in the car, I'm like, oh my goodness, this ain't gonna go nowhere. You know, it me up. And then I'm trying to engage in conversations with the, and the whole time she's in her phone. And it was crazy. Now I feel like, do this think like, am I supposed to like bend over backwards or do, you know, swim through quicksand or jump through flaming hoops for her attention? I don't know. It's like she was just detached, or I don't know what was going on with that. But, you know, like I said, from the moment she got in and got to talking about, ooh, your car nice, and start doing all this shit, I lost interest immediately. Well, I didn't even have interest to lose it in the first place. You know what I mean? Because before she even got in the car, when I see this expensive ass lace front wig on her head, and this is in this motel struggling to pay for this every day, I already know something wrong, right? I say all that to say that's just an example of a bitch who ain't got shit going on. And she thinks that you have to prove yourself to her. And, you know, I didn't even bother kicking game to like that, because I've been there before. When you try to kick game to like that, you can't tell them shit.
Dig this.
Yeah.
I've been stroking relentless to get waves like this. I spoke into existence for her to pay like this. In the trenches on a day like this, traffic consistent, and so I have to insist that she relay my chips. It's a trap with her name on it and my game on it. Any forces coming against this game, shame on it. Standing on my pimpin' from day one and remain on it. It carried me through every terrain and I gained on it. Experience joy and pain on it, sustained on it.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Hey, yeah, where you been?